It is the Hometown Morning Show with Tori and Kyle, and we have a brand new client in studio. Actually, not so brand new to the station, but new to me because this is the first time I'm meeting you. It is Mark Guirguis and Aimee Gibbs from Guirguis and Gibbs, and you guys are accountants. Is that where we're starting?
Yes.
Accountants, because you look really, really cool. You know, I'm thinking 50s old-time movie accountants, and you guys look way too cool for that.
We're the fun accountants.
You're the...
There's no green, visors or the pocket protectors. With
I'm
polyester.
Exactly. No,
we don't do
polyester.
that.
None of that. I'm so excited. So talk to me about the firm. When did you guys first establish?
You want to do it?
Oh, sure. We started in January of 2018. And then prior to that, I worked at different firms. I also worked in corporate consulting. Aimee worked for different CPAs. So combined, our knowledge base is about 50 years, believe it or not, between the two of us in accounting and tax. So it's pretty extensive, which is good.
It's very extensive. 50 years is a lot of knowledge, especially when you're talking about accounting, because I'm sure over the years, so much has changed.
There's so much has changed.
Evolution.
It's crazy. We have evolution. How many pages to the tax code?
Right now, the IRS tax code is well over 75,000 pages
and
growing.
No, that's why we hire you, because that's just daunting to me. Where do you even start with something like that? I mean, do you both just have continuous headaches, or do you love that? You must love this to do it.
I really love it. I've been doing this since I'm 17, and I've pretty much worked every position in a firm. So I really understand where you start and where you end. But we tried to make it exciting with the clients. We educate them, we draw everything out depending on what the situation is. And they even laugh at us. They say, you guys make it so exciting. Your eyes sparkle when you talk about this, because we really feel it. We grew up on it.
That's got to be something, right, Mark? When you have a client tell you you're making accounting fun. I mean, how silly, if you were to ask me that 20 years ago, accounting can be fun. I mean, we'd get the roll of the eyes, but you've made this happen.
We have. As a matter of fact, new clients, the first thing that we do after we review what they're coming in for, and we do a whole presentation on the whiteboard, they tell us all the time, nobody has ever taken the time to explain it the way that you guys have. And it's very helpful, because we have to do it at like a kindergarten level. Not everybody has the excitement for numbers like we do.
And it's funny that you would say they do it at kindergarten level, because I was going to say, talk to me like I'm 5, because it's just nothing that I have any knowledge about, and I have to totally trust you guys, that you guys know what it is. So if you take the time and I love a good whiteboard presentation, by the way, love a good whiteboard presentation. You take the time to show and to educate us just a little bit so we can earn that trust. It's a fabulous thing.
It's interesting because after almost 40 years of experience and working with a lot of different CPA firms, CPAs can tend to have an ego, and we don't have an ego. They'll discuss situations with clients and use fancy accounting terms, and you look at the client and their eyes are rolling like a slot machine.
Yeah. We
break it down to the simplistics, and if they don't understand it, we redo it again.
Well, Aimee, it's because when we glaze over, it's like when someone tells you a joke you don't understand, but you laugh anyway. You don't want to. Sometimes you're afraid to ask those questions because you don't want to seem like the accountant's going to say, "You don't know that tax code? What rock are you living under?" You're afraid of that kind of thing. So the fact that you just push all of that out of the way and you make it fun. What services do you guys offer at the firm?
A lot of them are some that other accountants, of course, obviously, do. Bookkeeping, tax preparation. We also do
payroll.
Entity. Payroll's a big one, especially for a lot of our small businesses out there. Entity formation. I do a lot of tax resolution, so I'm on the phone with the IRS, Franchise Tax Board, you name it. So when people get those scary letters, they start shaking, they give it to me. Sometimes it could be something as, oh, you just have an address change, or, hey, I got to call the IRS about this because this looks a little serious, but we can cut it off and take care of it pretty fast, that kind of thing.
Many people think the minute they get an IRS notice or if they owe money, the first thing they want to do is get a tax attorney, and that's not necessary. There's also a lot of tax resolution companies out there that promote their services. That's not necessary. You're going to spend extra money when we can do that for you as well.
Well, Amy, we get scared. You know, you get a letter and it says
Absolutely.
IRS on it. We freeze in our tracks. You know, we just don't know what we need to do.
And I need to tell you, there are some companies that send out fictitious IRS notices, property tax notices. We've seen them all, and we've handled them. People do get scared.
The next big thing that's kind of happening right now that I've been looking into and I'm educating clients on is the impact of artificial intelligence in financial fraud.
AI.
Now we're starting to see this evolution of, you know, artificial intelligence. This goes back decades. Remember the old movies and the old TV shows, The Knight Rider, The Terminator. All this kind of stuff was alluding to the same thing. You bring it present day, people get, you know, more sophisticated email scams, phone call scams that are, people portray to be this person from the IRS, and stuff is starting to sound to be passed off more legitimately. So it's a lot of those things that we have to keep up on besides tax code, you know, besides the basic day-to-day stuff, and inform clients, this is what we got going on in the current environment besides your regular ABCs. There's all this other stuff that's kind of happening people are not always aware of. And it's our job to inform and educate and tell people, if you find yourself in a situation, this is what you do.
What kind of separates you from? We already know no visors. We already no pen holders in
No
the shirt.
polyester.
No polyester. What separates you guys from the rest?
Simple. The amount of time we spend with the client and educate them. Over the years, like I've said, I've learned a lot. I've learned what to do and what not to do working at different firms. And when we started our firm, we sat down and made a game plan on what we would present to clients and what we're not going to do to clients. We spend a lot of time. We spend a lot of time with our clients, and we tax plan all year long, because at the end of the day, we don't want them writing a big fat check. That's not to say that people don't end up owing tax in our firm, but if we do it correctly during the year, it's very little tax or break even. We can't promise that, but we work really hard. If the client cooperates, we work really, really hard with them during the year.
So, for example, a couple of examples, and already we're running out of time, but just a couple of examples that I'm going to pass by you personally. Let's say for years I've had the wrong number of dependents, and tax codes have changed and whatnot, and the number I have to pay keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. If I bring that to you, you'll tell me, no, you need this amount, and you'll set me straight.
Absolutely. And we do that during the year, not at the end of the year. We always with new clients, we always look back at your last tax return. We give a free review. And if something is detrimental on there, it's just blatantly wrong, we will, in fact, amend the return for you. But going forward, by tax planning, I would say to you, let me see a current paycheck stub, and I'd analyze that and project it out for the rest of the year and see if you're taking too many dependents, or do you need to decrease your withholding. That's something that's done all the time. And a lot of our clients, too, the small business clients, we handle their payroll, so we're in control of that.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. We are talking right now to Mark Guirguis and Aimee Gibbs from Guirguis and Gibbs Accounting. And unfortunately, we're out of time. So you have to come back again because we're having so much fun. And now I have more questions. Now that you've opened up some doors and some, telling me about your firm.
There's a lot to talk about.
Right? There's so much. And apparently this is where numbers do not go to die. They go to have new life with a nice big whiteboard and a presentation and a fun atmosphere.
And dogs. We have Pomeranians and a shepherd to play with.
And
Mark has a bar.
Yeah, we have a whole four-legged staff for people to be entertained
Literally.
by, too.
clients come in to do their taxes, he offers them a cocktail if they want it, or a soda or a beverage, and they hold the dogs, and it becomes a little less intimidating.
But that's wonderful. It becomes a lot less intimidating. And because I have to tell you, on this side of the table, we're a nervous wreck. When we bring that kind of stuff to you,
true.
we are a nervous wreck. So anything you do with the dogs and the cocktails and the fun and the no polyester, we very, very, very much appreciate. Trust me.
In closing, let me just say this. New clients come in, the shoulders are up. They are intimidated. They are tense. When they leave, they're just sitting in their chairs, they don't even want to leave. We're like, okay, the next appointment's here.
We're ready to take a nap. Is that what it is? That's
Literally.
fantastic. Thank you so much, Mark and Amy from Guirguis Gibbs Accounting. Go to, I hope I have this address right, correct me if I'm wrong, gginktax.com. Is that
correct?
gginktax.com. Go to their website for more information. Please come back soon, and so we can open up some more doors and talk about the fun part of accounting.
The fun part. We make it fun.
Right? Have a great rest of your week. Thanks for coming in.
You too.
you.
Thank you.